President. Mr. President, my distinguished colleagues, the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, at its plenary sitting of Tuesday, 26 November 2024, considered the request of Mr. President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federation, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, on the confirmation of nomination of Lieutenant General Olufemi Olatubosun Oluyede for appointment as Chief of Army Staff, and refers same to the Committee for further legislative action. Mr. President, permit me to summarize the CV of the nominee, Lieutenant General Olufemi Olatubosun Oluyede. Lieutenant General Olufemi Olatubosun Oluyede was born on 21st June 1968 in Ikere, Ekiti local government area of Ekiti State. He was granted regular combatant commission into the Nigerian Army as a member of the 39th regular course of the Nigerian Defense Academy on 19 September 1992 as a second lieutenant with seniority on the rank effective 12 September 1987. He is of the Infantry Corps and has attended several courses during the course of his career. These courses include the Young Officers Course, Infantry, Regimental Signal Officers Course, Junior Staff Course, Senior Staff Course. Mr. President, we attended the same Senior Staff Course with this nominee. He has also attended the Military Commanding Officers Course, Strategic Leadership Course, and Senior Executive Course at the National Institute for Policy and Strategic Studies. Lieutenant General Oluyede holds a Bachelor of Science degree in Economics. The senior officer has held several appointments cutting across command, staff, instructional, and operational deployments. These include platoon commander and adjutant at 65 Battalion, company commander at 177 Guards Battalion, and later staff officer at the Guards Brigade headquarters. The senior officer has served at the Nigerian Defense Academy as an instructor, and later as the senior instructor of the Nigerian of the Army Wing. He also served at the headquarters Joint Task Force, Operation Restore Hope, holding different appointments. General Oluyede has participated in several operations, among which include the Economic Community of West African States Monitoring Group known as ECOMOG, Operation Harmony 4 in Bakassi, Operation Lafia Dole, and Operation Hadinkai. The erudite senior officer established a distinct reputation of excellence in operational prowess, especially in the Northeast Theater of Operations, where he commanded 27 Task Force Brigade. His gallantry as the brigade commander saw him elevated to the appointment of Sector Commander. Headquarters Sector 2, Operation Hadinkai, where he commanded several successful operations that neutralized some key Boko Haram terrorist commanders and several foot soldiers. Lieutenant General Oluyede's meritorious service to Nigeria and his devotion to duty in various theaters of operation within and outside the country foreshadowed his present appointment as the Acting Chief of Army Staff. In recognition of his exceptional contributions, he has been conferred with several military honors and medals, including the Forces Service Star, Meritorious Service Star, Distinguished Service Star, and Grand Service Star. His exemplary instructional competence earned him the Training Support Medal, while his tactical skills and command capabilities earned him the Field Commander Medal, Field Command Medal of Honor, and General Operations Medal, and the ECOWAS Monitoring Group Medal. Lieutenant General Oluyede also earned the Corps Medal of Honor and he was a proud recipient of the coveted Chief of Army Staff Commendation Award for Professional Excellence. In screening the nominee, Mr. President and distinguished colleagues, the committee interviewed the nominee in relation of his previous experiences and services.
It's good to find it. It's good to find the compositions.
I will do that. The committee was impressed by the high level of understanding, achievements, and excellence stated in the citation of the nominee. Our observations are as follows: that the nomination of the nominee is in line with Section 217, subsection 2 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended, and in accordance with the provision of Section 18, subsection 1 of the Armed Forces Act, Cap A20, Law of the Federation of Nigeria 2004. The nominee possesses the required competence, experience, and educational qualification to be conferred as the Chief of Army Staff. That the nominee has been cleared by the Department of the State Services. The nominee also went through the correct process of promotion till date that qualified him to be in the position of the Chief of Army Staff. The committee also did not receive any petition against the nominee's confirmation as Chief of Army Staff. Recommendation of the committee. The Senate Committee on Nigerian Army, having diligently and meticulously conducted the screening of the nominee according to the Constitution, and being satisfied with his conduct, competence, experience, and educational qualification, hereby recommend to the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as follows: that Lieutenant General Olufemi Olatubosun Oluyede be confirmed as the Chief of Army Staff, having successfully undergone the screening process of this committee. In conclusion, Mr. President, my distinguished colleagues, on behalf of the Senate Committee on Nigerian Army, I wish to sincerely appreciate the leadership of the Senate for the opportunity given to the committee to take on this national assignment. I so submit, Mr. President.
Once again, Samuel Lalong, representing Plateau South. Mr. President, first, let me once again start with sympathizing with Nigerian Armed Forces for the loss of the very brilliant Chief of Army Staff a few weeks ago. In his place was this officer again. Mr. President, we are not only seeing from the CV, but to me, a layman, I also see work. His evidence of work. When I say evidence of work, even looking at the person with his structure, you know that the armed forces is equipped with that kind of structure. So I stand to second this confirmation with the resume, very rich resume. He has held almost every command position in the army and with all the accolades. So I also stand to also support that with accelerated speed he be confirmed as the Chief of Army Staff. Thank you, sir.
Approving and confirming the new Chief of Army Staff.
Mr. President, very distinguished colleagues,
the Senate, the Committee of the Whole, consider the report of the Committee on Nigerian Army, the Senate Committee on Nigerian Army, on the screening of Mr. President's nominee for appointment as Chief of Army Staff, and approved the nomination of Lieutenant General Olufemi Oluyede as Chief of Army Staff. Is this a true reflection of what transpired in the Committee of the Whole? Distinguished colleagues, will the Senate confirm the nomination of Lieutenant General Olufemi Olatunbosu Oluyede for appointment as Chief of Army Staff. Those in support of the confirmation say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. The nomination of Lieutenant General Olufemi Olatunbosu Oluyede is hereby confirmed as Chief of Army Staff. Let me thank the Distinguished Senator Oluyede, Chairman of the Committee on the Army, and all the members of that committee, and all distinguished senators for their contributions, and wish the new Chief of Army Staff joy, successes, and progress. And do hope and pray that through this appointment, insecurity will be abated or minimized to the barest minimum, and Nigeria shall know peace. And the administration of President Oluyede Ahmed Tinubu will succeed in bringing the insurgents ravaging many parts of Borno and other parts of northern Nigeria, including banditry, to an end. So I want to congratulate the newly confirmed nominee and wish him the best of luck in his appointment. And may the soul of our departed brother, the former Chief of Army Staff, Lagbaja, rest in perfect peace. Leader of the Senate.